going on in the world of college football? The NCAA has approved paying players back to 10 years to 2016 in this class action lawsuit. Milroe at the Palmer Quarterback Summit, and Bama lost talent in the transfer portal. The real Mark Sears versus the fake Mark Sears on Twitter, which is something that I know you're interested in. But before we get into all that, let's get into the real news on this show. He's Jay Coker. I'm Mick Gillispie. Your thoughts on this? I got to put this on the screen here. This is a controversial topic. This is actually from the Trash Pandas game earlier this week.
What is that?
It's a cicada.
Oh, God.
What's he doing with that? Oh, he just dipped it in.
I already know what he's doing.
Do you see him dip it in his beer?
What he's doing.
Oh,
Delicious.
Jeez. What?
I guess other folks are getting in on the act.
Look at this guy.
Oh, where the hell are the Trash Pandas located?
Madison, Alabama.
Are you kidding me?
No. Do you? So let's talk about this now. These are the kind of people that you hang out at the hunting camp with.
Oh, I'm seeing the Alabama jerseys now. Can we just help ourselves a little bit? I mean, really?
Isn't that crazy?
Oh my God!
How about starting the show with something like that?
Roll Tide, everybody.
Yeah. Well, that was an Auburn fan.
That's right. That's right.
Have you ever seen anything like this? There's these bugs, and they come out every 17 years, and this year they're like by the millions.
Oh, well,
but
there's two separate hatches.
Yes, two hatches, and so they're up in North Alabama. I drove through them north of Alabama in Gadsden, and I guess they're in Madison.
Oh, yeah.
And if you dip them in beer, they're like a treat.
Oh my God!
It apparently they taste like shrimp. Because if you're allergic to shrimp, you're allergic to them. They're in the shrimp family.
I don't know if I believe that, but I wouldn't be willing to test it out. That's for sure. Oh, my God.
Does that get your day going the right way?
Makes me want to fast for a little while.
Hey, guys, welcome to Elephant in the Room, Disrupt the Media. On Roll Tide Pods, like and subscribe. Give us a comment. What do you think about eating cicadas? Is it offensive to you, or are you hungry? Does that make you hungry? Like dip beer in a cicada and swallow that little guy down. Those weren't like they didn't ship those in. They flew into the stadium.
Yeah, they just dead on the concrete. I'm sure.
Well, they weren't dead. That one was alive.
Oh my, he's eating it live, legs moving and everything.
You got to pull the wings off, though. You don't want to eat the wings. You don't want to eat those.
God. Yeah, that was probably the Auburn University valedictorian in '76.
I don't even want to tell you guys this, but I will. Don't hold it against Ryback, but we're brought to you by Ryback. Room 20 is our discount code. You get 20% off your first order. They got some really cool stuff.
What if they change the pronunciation? Is it Ryback instead of Roback?
Roback. That's what I said.
Wait, what?
It's early. My pronunciations get better as the day goes on. Maybe they get worse. But
you eating cicadas too?
I probably should be. Roback. Room 20. Did you see the shirt that they have with the bunting on? It's like all the baseball bunting. It looks amazing. Like cool.
I'm torn between the stars, the one with the July 4th themes, the red, white, and blue stars, or the red, white, and blue North American continent. Old Glory. Trying to figure out which one of those I need to grab. Maybe I'll get both of them.
Yeah, maybe you should. But you can use the promo code Room 20 to get those. And I'm actually scrolling through them right now. You can throw them up here. Oh, sorry, it's that guy again. It was the eating a cicada guy. Can you believe that though? I mean, is that if that broke out at a baseball game, would you leave? Or would you be the guy that's like, Hell, everybody else is doing it. I might as well jump in on the monkey see,
right
monkey
there,
do.
That right there, that's the product of a bad decision maker. And I need to separate myself from that situation.
Is this the one you liked right here? Look at that. Can you see
No,
that?
not that one.
Pretty cool though.
Too much blue star in there. I don't know. I think Instagram's been listening to me. Because all of a sudden, there you go.
That's it.
That one, or there's one more too.
Yeah, nice. Well, I mean, you talk about hitting the ground running. I mean, anytime you start a show with people eating cicadas, I mean, you're getting everyone set for a big weekend. Yeah. And look, if you guys are out there eating cicadas, make the videos and send them to me, because that's like instant.
Yeah, we'll put them on the show.
Yeah, well,
and then we'll make fun of you.
All right, let's get into this right now, man. First off, how about that the NCAA just settled all these lawsuits and they only go back 10 years? What does that mean? And I mean, I saw where it's like billions of dollars that they're paying to former players in this lawsuit that was settled yesterday.
Which players were involved?
I mean, I don't know. I just know that at the end of the day, they have made it to where they're going to start paying. It's okay for universities to start paying athletes.
But they're backdating it.
Yeah, 10 years. I guess who the
2014?
No, 2016.
So 8 years. Backdating it to 8 years.
Well, I don't know. I guess. I mean, that's what I saw on ESPN. I mean, I'm trying. I don't.
So if you played from January 1 to January 11th,
that's what I was thinking. You got to be in this.
That was a pretty action-packed 11 days.
I'll say this, man. I mean, if you're gonna compensate people, why wouldn't you compensate the quarterback of the winning team and his broadcast partner?
I mean, it would be awesome, but I mean, again, I'm the rules were the rules at the time I was playing, and I mean, that's kind of one of those. I don't know, suing somebody after the fact when the rules weren't that way. When I was playing, that'd be pretty tough for me to do, especially my own school.
Not me. It's not. I don't think it's Alabama. I think it's the NCAA, and I honestly, I think it might.
Well, hey, no problem there.
Yeah, and I think it might be
I need to tank those guys.
Even more associated with basketball, but it's just crazy, like that we've gotten to this point, and it's no longer amateur athletics. I mean, but it never really was. I guess maybe to a point it was.
Yeah,
but now it's really. I mean. You can't, and I say not amateur athletics in that the schools like Alabama makes $1 billion off of football.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Not every school does that, but it's not amateur. Although the people that are producing aren't getting paid for it or weren't, right?
Yeah.
Legally, anyhow. It's not amateur to me because you're making $1 billion off of it. Amateur to me is like, I'm going to watch the Fairhope Cheetahs take on the Mobile, Bay Squirrels, and a pickup, in a like a travel team baseball game.
There needs to be a threshold of revenue to be considered a amateur sport.
Yeah, right. But I guess I don't know. It's crazy though to think that the world's changing, man. Is what's kind of coming down to.
Yeah. No, that's right. That's right. Hey, can you pause this real quick? I'm sorry.
So, I mean, how does it go back to 2016? And honestly, that's what I saw. I mean, I laughed because I thought of you right away. And I saw that on ESPN. I was like, how does that happen?
I know, and I don't know how you quantify it. I mean, how do you quantify that? Because there's no structure to the payouts now with these players.
Right.
I mean, it's in the same, just like we talked about on Monday. How do you quantify a lawsuit between that kid that's suing Florida right now?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no guarantee there. There's no contract that states how much you're going to make.
Yeah.
It's a lot of different money's coming from a lot of different pots. And there's no way to figure out that final number.
Yeah. I'm with you.
But then again, I mean, you see a lot of wild shit going on in the litigation world right now.
Oh, I know. Well, you can just make up lawsuits if you don't like somebody.
Yeah.
Anyway, We've seen that.
Oh, yeah.
But I think there's some people are going, hey, man, that's nothing new. There's nothing new, and that's honestly, that's the sad part about it's just a lot more transparent now.
Yeah. I mean,
because we got all this media and stuff, you can't sweep, this under the rug anymore, on people that are using the courts basically as a weapon, just sad. So, but yeah, so I saw that and immediately I thought,
a lot of beating around the bush on that one.
Yeah. Hey, what I will tell you though is that we've all been there before. A weekend trip to the casino canceled because real life came calling. MyBookie's new and improved online casino is here to change the game. Dive into a truly realistic casino experience featuring the latest in slots, progressive jackpots, and live dealer action, all from the comfort of your own home. The MyBookie Casino provides a Las Vegas experience when the action is in your hands and you don't even have to wear pants. Start at MyBookie today with a generous sign-up bonus using the promo code NEXTROUND. And revamped loyalty program ensures a host of exclusive VIP perks. The more you play, the more you win with MyBookie. I'm going for the Belmont Stakes. I think I'm gonna.
Who you betting on?
I got to get Father Carl's picks again. He didn't do too well in the Preakness, but he didn't know it was going to be a muddy track.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that ruins everything.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Like a football game with rain.
Yeah, right. So he was pretty close at the Derby.
Yeah,
he's right on.
Yeah, a nostril away.
Yeah, I know. So but it's fun. I want to go to the track, man.
Yeah,
it's like the track is awesome.
It's kind of like NASCAR. I feel like once you go, you really experience the live action, and it's way different than watching it on TV.
Yeah, I guess I like to bet NASCAR, like pick like 4 cars and but I don't watch it like I used to, man. There was a time when I watched every Sunday, but it was Dale Earnhardt and Rusty Wallace and Tony Stewart.
There's a pretty good fight last weekend. I couldn't tell you who was in it.
Yeah, got duking it out.
I mean, oh yeah. Again, I don't watch NASCAR, so I knew the drivers about 4 or 5 years ago and past that, but now I don't watch it. And I couldn't tell you who was involved in the fight, but there's some haymakers thrown.
Jalen Milroe at the Carson Palmer quarterback summit. Was this something that you guys had when you were coming up, quarterback summits? And I think that this is a great opportunity for him just to keep on working on the craft of playing the position. And I think it shows the dedication that he has.
Yeah. No, I mean, the Manning Passing Academy, I feel like was the one that, when I was coming up, that, you hope to get invited to. I got invited to that, but I had one of my college roommates from Florida State was getting married that weekend, so I couldn't make it. But that was the one that everybody kind of looked forward to. You get to see Peyton Manning and Eli and learn from those guys and have a pretty good time. So that was the only one that I remember. But I know that Carson Palmer's brother was Jordan Palmer. He's running that, I believe.
Is he? So
he's become a pretty well-known quarterback coach, I believe, from the the individualized coaching perspective.
What do you learn at these camps?
I mean, it's really about just cleaning up your motion, your footwork. I mean, you're not. There's definitely some X's and O's in there, but they're not teaching you your offense and the way that you read coverage and get the ball out to guys. It's more so just everybody has the same drops and fakes and all that for the most part. So just trying to clean that up and get you to where you can get the ball out cleaner, quicker, more effectively. That's, and to me, Jalen's, I think, a hell of a talent, but probably working on some of the footwork and mid-range passing with Jalen and getting his feet in the right spot. I would imagine that's probably the focus.
And we saw that a little bit last year,
Yeah, I mean, did a great job, but, again, you're always trying to be perfect, the closest to perfect as you can possibly be. And so, I mean, I'm sure that's a lot of the focus with Jordan Palmer.
Yeah. I think it's great, though. It shows something that I've heard since he was backing up Bryce Young is that the guy's really dedicated to the craft. And before I even knew who was going to be the starting quarterback, I had that bit of information from a great source that he was what we know of now, this guy that gets there early and leaves late and is, crunching film and, working out and taking every day seriously, like wants to be the next guy. And that doesn't always mean success, but
that's right.
It's the foundation of success. And so him doing this is another step forward. People can say what they want to say about the things that he doesn't do well. He got the team an SEC championship. He was a star in that game. And then
he carried that offense. I mean, he really did.
Yeah. It's not like they had Waddle and Cooper and all those guys. Ridley.
The offense went with Jalen Milroe. And, his athleticism was one of the key parts to winning games. If he was physical running the ball, then we were going to have a really, really good chance of beating anybody in the country. And then his playmaking ability within the pocket, biding time, getting the ball out, in really some creative ways, to me, is what carried that team offensively throughout the year. If you don't have him back there making plays and with his athleticism, I think you don't win all the games that we won last year.
Yeah, I see it that way too.
But all these, I think it's great that he was with Jordan Palmer and working out. But all these guys are. I'm at David Morris's place, QB country, most days, getting a workout in at some point, and there's college kids in there all the time. What's his name? Riley Leonard. He's in there a pretty good bit right now.
Oh yeah, from Fairhope.
Mm-hmm.
Notre Dame.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I walked in first day he showed up. It was early in the morning. I went in there for an early morning workout, and I didn't realize I guess I do now after the fact, but I walk in there and he's in the training room doing some rehab stuff. And he was like, David Morse was sitting there next to him. He goes, Riley's getting some rehab, and I say hello to Riley. And he goes, man, he's having some knee issues just like you. I was like, well, when it happened to me, it all went downhill from there. So I hope it's not the same case with you. And I was, after I said it, I was like, man, that sounded terrible. And David and Riley were like, really?
You give him one of these, like a pat on the back. Go get him, kid.
Well, see you later.
You become that guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's so funny.
I'm the king of saying stupid shit and realizing it after the fact.
But you didn't mean it like that. But just you worry about it. I say it and I don't even realize I said it. Yeah. But then I look at Dunaway and I'm like, hey. I'm ready for the Dunaway roast. No, man, we love that guy, man. He makes me laugh so much on the show. Sometimes he's being dead serious, and I think that's why I like their show so much.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it's just genuine good
He's
stuff,
just genuine. Yeah, like he's genuine. But I know that feeling. I think we all know that feeling when you say something and it's like, oh, well, man, I don't know if I meant it like somebody. I didn't mean it like that, but
my dad does the same stuff too.
Does he?
Oh my gosh, he'll say stuff and you're just like, Dad, what are you thinking? I was working out when I was in Alabama. He says this all the time, and he's like, I was working out with David Morse and Jake Fromm came, and Jake Fromm was in high school at that point, and I was at Alabama, and Jake Fromm's dad was there. My dad was there. They're talking, and Jake Fromm's dad is like, he plays football and baseball and just going through this recruiting stuff. He's, we're in the middle of a workout. My dad is talking to him, and he goes, his dad says, do you have any, what would you do? What's your advice going through this whole recruiting process? My dad looks at him and he goes, well, tell him to stick to baseball. And Dad's like not even thinking that, he's watching this workout like, like he didn't mean it as in, man, this guy needs to play baseball. I'm watching this workout, but my dad's like, that's how it came off. I know. He's like, gosh, I wish I could say I'm sorry. That's not what I meant. But he says stuff like that all the time. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's like you just want to bury your head. Yeah. Like, oh boy. Oh boy. I see. Let me ask you a question. I'm going to get your waters that are being delivered here. Here's this thing. I want to pull this up for you. The site is give this guy credit. Vern Funquist, college football, right? Not Vern Lundquist, Vern Funquist. And this came out, and I was looking at it, and I was like, you know what, man, this really does kind of make it you feel about the transfer portal. Since the transfer portal has been something that you could really use, Alabama has had a net loss of 2 5-stars, 24 stars, and 29 3-stars, right? So you get guys back, you lose guys. I mean,
when is this?
This is from 21 on. Okay. So think about it. I mean, it's a lot of those guys. When you see the transfer portal blow up, right, and there's like 17 guys leaving, that's kind of where you're at on this, you know. And I bet you that Georgia's is a lot like this too, you know, where I just have it. I had it airdropped in. It's one of the cool things about this studio. But you know what I'm saying? Like, does this concern you at all? Or is this what, I mean, to me, this is what the transfer portal is. It's, hey, I'm a 4-star. I'm on the bench right now. You know, I'm leaving.
No, I mean, you think about it, in every class, there's, in rare occasions, I feel like, do you end up having 15 guys in a class start, you know?
Yeah.
Or I say that.
Or whatever
I'd like to go through it, but I mean, when I think about the guys that I came in with at Florida State, and then when I transferred, and you think about the guys at Alabama, I mean, you know, you feel like from each class, there's really 10 to 12 guys that are mainstays within the system. So I mean, you're going to have attrition, and you know, you're going to lock in with the guys that play in each class. I mean, there's 22 starters, you know,
right?
22 real starters, and then you got special teams and you know, not to downplay special teams, but you know what I mean. So there's 22 starters, and you know, the majority of that is going to be sophomores, juniors, seniors, second, third, fourth year guys. So I mean, again, you're going to lose with the transfer portal area. You're going to lose a lot of guys. I mean,
right.
it just is what it is. So really 50, when you don't count in the high school recruits, I mean, that's not a crazy number, you know, because look, I mean, and you look at it, I mean, I guess the stars do translate pretty well. You know, of course there's less 5-stars, but most of the 5-stars, I guess, are playing. You got, you know, -2. The majority of Alabama football players are 4-stars, I feel like, you know, and then the 3-stars, you lost the most 3-stars, lost a little less 4-stars, and barely lost any 5-stars. Tells me that you developed those guys pretty well. And the guys that play and turn out to be really good players, and the guys that don't end up leaving.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, or maybe you just don't have enough talent, you know, I mean, and then, you know, or maybe you're behind somebody that's really good. You know, it takes a while for some guys to develop into their ability to play. And Nick Saban was really good at keeping guys there and then eventually getting them to the level where they could compete and get drafted into the NFL. Right.
You got 22 starters. You got 4 guys. You got 4 guys at each position. I mean, the bottom 2 are going to transfer, I would think, you know, 85 scholarships. So, you know, that's 22 times 4. That's 84.
Yeah.
Or I mean, 20. No.
Well, don't do math.
That's 88.
I disagreed with you because I just.
That's 88. And then you got, you know, I mean, you got your kickers and long snappers in there, but that's generally kind of right. But your top 2 are going to stay, your bottom 2 are going to leave.
Right.
So I mean, that's not a crazy number to me. And resupplement with recruits every year.
So how about when the Mark Sears real account and the Mark Sears fake account both unite on Twitter?
Let's see. I didn't see that.
Well, I'm putting it up because you were a guy that was known for having a Twitter account that wasn't yours. And he's like got the laugh faces, like,
That's the real one.
I think the one with the cry faces at the top, the laugh faces.
That's the real one?
Yeah, I think so. Because the other ones got 18 followers. No, 80 followers, and then the other ones got 60, 7,000 or 6,500. So I'm guessing that the Mark Sears one is the fake one. So here's the statement. Man, y'all funny. My decision has not been made. Don't listen to any account that says something on here unless it comes from me. In due time. And he puts that out, and then the real Mark Sears makes that the emojis of the fake Mark Sears. And you're the only person that can really talk on this because you had what was the Jake Coker account that was out there tweeting? I
can't remember, but I was, when people that knew me asked me if it was me, I was kind of offended because the way that fake account talked, it was like nowhere near how I speak. Like the guy was like, reaching out and talking to people and like, yeah, bruh, thanks, fam. I'm like, what? The guy was like, he's speaking like Malibu's Most Wanted. It's like, that is not me.
Yeah. Now you're more like the guys eating cicadas. I'm just kidding. What you doing this weekend?
Staying away from the damn cicadas.
Okay. But I was just wondering, like, what you got going on this weekend?
I'm going to the camp.
Oh, okay. All right. Next question.
I'm getting away.
The hunting camp. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you. Oh my goodness, man. Well, have a great weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. Softball is playing at Tennessee to go to the College World Series this weekend. So good luck to them. I think
one of these days, sorry to cut you off. One of these days, you got to go through some of that Coker Deep Ball Twitter. Okay. It is some of the funniest. It is some of the most hilarious tweets. And it's, basically what he's doing. He's hyping up me throwing the ball, but it's so hilarious the way that he puts it.
I'm following him right now.
You got to go back to some of the old stuff, like back in 2015, but it is so funny. Richard Mulaney and I used to go through those and laugh so hard. The guy is obviously very smart. I wish I knew who he was.
Right.
But he's very intelligent. Just, the jokes he comes up with.
Dude, I want to tell you this, and I think I might have met the guy years ago, but I didn't know you.
Yeah.
At Innisfree. If you're the guy, come out. It's okay. You can come on the show with us. Can you come on the show?
That'd be great.
You got an invitation.
Great.
I think I met you one time. You come if it's the guy that I met, then you come on the show. We'd love to have you.
It is
hilarious.
Oh, it is so funny.
Can you imagine though, like talking to you and talking to the guy that had the fake account of you? Like how awesome!
I don't know. Like, see,
let me add it to the stage here.
The fake account of me, when I think if it was for that to work and be funny, like you can't actually try to be that person. You have to be like a persona and make it funny.
Yeah.
Where where, you know, it's believable, but at the same time, a little bit
dedicated
of a burner.
Dedicated to speaking the truth about the QB with the biggest arm on earth. It says it's from Coleman, Alabama. Hey, the tailgate show's on up in Coleman. We got a station up there.
Maybe that's.
I don't know, man. I don't think it was that. I think it was an Innisfree, and somebody was like, "Hey, I almost, you know, I mean, I could totally be wrong. Could be something else."
The only thing is he throws some shade at Greg. That's for
sure. We don't need any more of that drama. Let's sign the peace treaty now. We're all cool.
I mean, it's just fun. I mean, I think Greg was great at Alabama. It's just some of the stuff he says on there. It's like Greg couldn't throw his way out of a glass house or something. Which I think Greg would laugh. You know, I mean, it's just fun. This stuff is hilarious.
It's stupid.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it's stupid funny though.
Yeah.
I think that's the laugh that we're gonna leave you guys with this weekend. Again, we're brought to you by Roback, not Ryback, Roback. From promo code Room20. Check them out. They got some really cool stuff in there. I mean, like Father's Day's coming up. This is true. Father's Day's coming up. It was like, what shirt do you want? And I'm like, man, this is a tough decision. I need like 2 at least.
You definitely got to get the crab one.
The crab one, but it does. They don't have extra large right now.
Yeah.
So maybe I need to lose a few more pounds.
Be your weight loss goal there.
That should be it, man. That's a cool shirt though.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
That's Maryland written all over.
Look, I'm going for crabs today. I mean, like that's why I've got to get you out of here, do my next show, and then I'm going there to pick them up. They're dropping them off at 1:00 down at the seafood place.
Oh,
and you can come back over. I think Ryan might come over.
I'd love to. Oh, that's what we need to do is have a little
crab feast,
bowl with the trio.
That'd be so fun, man. It's Shank over here. Shank. I don't know if he likes seafood.
Yep. And next show, got to get or one of these shows coming up. Right? Roosevelt, Patterson, and Shank.
I want to get Wallace Gilberry on, man. That's back in my day now.
Yeah,
I didn't realize he lived down here.
When I used to work out. I used to work out with a guy named Lyle Henley. I think Lyle's still the head strength coach at UAB, but he used to have a spot over here in Spanish Fort, and I used to go work out. And Wallace would come in there when he was back. I think he was still with the Bengals at that point. Man, he's lost a ton of weight. He used to be jacked. I mean, just a monster. And now he was running for political office.
That's right. We're doing some charity work with the American Legion down here in Fairhope. And we were talking about him. Somebody brought his name up. I was like, yeah, I don't know him, but, got to change that. But he lives right up here and, everybody likes him. Like, really good dude. So.
And, another thing that we need to support and jump on is Coach Cochran, Scott Cochran, texted me the other day. He is starting a nonprofit for people that have fallen victim to addiction, and it means a lot to him. I know he's had his own story, but Coach Cochran's one of my favorite coaches, one of the best people that I've met in the college coaching world, and so would really love to, as he gets that off the ground, help out in any way I can. And anybody listening, I mean, I think that'd be a great thing to give to and help out with.
Love it. We'll definitely support it here. He needs to get on the show and start talking about it.
Yeah.
I think tell people.
I think he'd do a heck of a job with it and help out a lot of people.
Awesome. All right, brother. Well, great job, and have a good weekend. Roll Tide.
You too. A little bit of a long weekend. Excited.
Hopefully, Bama makes a regional in baseball. Gotta wait. They were one and done in the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys. Roll Tide. Thanks for hanging out with us. Disrupt the media. Roll Tide Pods. Like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and we will talk to you guys again next week, Monday.
That's right.